Look around. You see these neon lights, the electric buzz of the crowd. This ain't just a bar, it's a metaphor for money management in this gig economy. 1 minute, you're drowning in tips. The next, it's drier than a martini without the olive. You're a freelancer, a driver, a digital nomad. Your paycheck? It's a roller coaster. And let's be honest, you're probably wondering how to budget when your bank account won't let you be great. Let your super cool uncle tell you a story. I'm a bartender who has seen some things. See, I've seen it all, big and small. The designer who blew his whole month's earnings on a vintage guitar, then cried into his tequila sunrise, lamenting the lost rent money. The coder who thought celebrity meme coins were a sure thing. Now he's coding his resume, hoping someone will bite. I mean, it's not rocket science that buying a Spitcoin called Hawk Tuah is a bad investment. But you know, to each his own. As for you, you're probably one bad month away from living off ramen and regret. It's a sad, sad sight. I've watched people come in here, flush with cash from a big client, buying rounds for the whole bar. Then a week later, they are back, nursing a water, hoping someone will buy them a shot. Now let me tell you a secret. I wasn't always this smooth. Back in my early days, I was hustling like you. Every shift a gamble. Every gamble didn't hit. One night, the tips are flowing like glitter be glowing. And the next, I'm watching tumbleweeds roll past the bar. No tips, no cigar. The only sound is the lonely hum of the ice machine. A successful life seemed but a dream. I affirmed to myself so I wouldn't be mean, Rodney, you're a king. Then, bam, car breaks down, rent's due, and my wallet is crying boo-hoo. Real life likes being mean to my dreams, reminding me that my problems remain supreme. I remember that night, the cold dread, the feeling of being completely and utterly alone. I was one bad night away from sleeping in my car. And let me tell you, that car was not exactly luxury. The seats were sticky, the radio was broken, and the smell of old French fries permeated everything. It was a low point, a real gut punch. I felt like I had failed, like I had let myself down. But then I had an epiphany. I realized this gig life, it's a game. And like any game, you need rules. Rule number 1, financial discipline. Financial discipline is the consistent and controlled management of one's financial resources. You see, I decided to treat my income like a VIP's list of demands, unpredictable but manageable. I created a rainy day fund, a fortress against the gig economy storms. I'd stash a percentage of every tip, every paycheck, like it was gold. I learned to say no to those impulse buys, those late-night pizza runs that drain my wallet faster than a thirsty crowd at last call. I stopped buying the designer shoes and started buying generic brand groceries. I stopped going out every night and started cooking at home. I even canceled a few streaming subscriptions. I started budgeting like I was planning a heist. Every dollar had a job. Taxes, they were like the bouncers. You gotta pay them to get in, or you're getting kicked out. And when the tips were flowing, I didn't upgrade to a penthouse. I kept living like I was still counting pennies. Because here's the thing, lifestyle creep? It's like that ex who keeps showing up at the bar, always trouble, always wanting something. It's a slow, insidious drain on your finances. And you know what happened? That rainy day fund? It became a tropical vacation fund. Then it became a down payment fund. And now? Well, let's just say I'm looking at beachfront property, and I'm not talking about a sandcastle. I'm talking about a place where I can watch the sunset, drink in hand, without a care in the world. I'm talking about a life where I don't have to worry about the next slow night or the next broken down car. So remember, my gig hustlers, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you save. Invest in your future, ditch the impulse buys, and build that emergency fund like it's your best friend. Because in this gig economy circus, financial discipline, It's your safety net. And trust me, you're gonna need a big net. Now who's thirsty?